Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Tejendra Sharma, professor in the Department of Commerce, Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. Today we are going to discuss the topic knowledge management in the context of international human resource management. In the present times, the key to growth of nations as well as firms and individuals is the manner in which they manage their knowledge. Knowledge is a key ingredient for success of any venture. We have come so far from being a factor driven to an investment driven and wealth driven to the present times of being a knowledge driven growth. If one has knowledge, rest of the inputs can be arranged. In the competitive business world, creating and transfer of the knowledge has become really very crucial. Now, knowledge has become a valuable asset for especially the high technology products, and it is embedded and the tacit knowledge of highly mobile employees. While knowledge is increasingly being viewed as a commodity or an intellectual asset, there are some inconsistent characteristics of knowledge that are radically different from other valuable commodities. With the starting of internet, it has made available to us unlimited knowledge for all of us. The IT and the technology driven growth of today is driven by the skill, competence and knowledge of the individuals working in the firms. According to Drucker and Bath, about 45 years ago, nearly half of the workers in the industrialized countries were making or helping to make the things. By the year 2000, only 20% of the workers were devoted to the industrial work, the rest was the knowledge work. While estimating the contribution of knowledge workers to the US economy, Davenport has rightly observed that at a minimum they comprise a quarter of the US workforce, and at a maximum it is about a half. There are a large number of workforce of homogeneous type of labor in the labor intensive manufacturing and hierarchical management. It has given way to the knowledge based organizations. In the knowledge era, a successful organization is the one that remembers, learns and acts based on the best available knowledge, information and know-how. Knowledge management has emerged as a distinctive field. It means creating, acquiring and communicating knowledge and improving the reutilization of knowledge. The major challenge for HR managers of 21st century is that the individuals entrusted upon with the responsibility of creating knowledge and adding value to it leave the firm in the evening. Getting them back to the office the very next day is a major challenge. While in a manufacturing firm, a machine can be replaced, but a knowledgeable person working in an organization cannot be replaced with an equally competent person immediately. Knowledge management, concept and types. Students, in order to understand the concept of knowledge, it is important to understand the concept of data, information and knowledge, which is aptly shown in the following diagram, which shows the relationship between data, information and knowledge. Students, data are unstructured raw facts and convey a basic aspect or event or a parameter about everything. In itself, these raw facts are meaningless as they do not convey anything individually. Every time large volumes of data is being generated on online and offline platforms. When these raw facts are collected, categorized, condensed and contextualized, then these raw facts start conveying something and become information. Raw facts become meaningful and they start giving answers to the questions. In the present times, the IT enabled tools have the capability to gather large volumes of data and convert them into information. Students, with this background of knowledge, data and information, let us now try to understand knowledge. Knowledge is the abstract interpretation of information. It entails the familiarity, awareness or understanding emerging from the facts and information. In the context of information technology, tons of information is generated by the digital platforms, which can lead to several explicit and implicit and tacit interpretations by the managers, which can be used to create and add value to the business operations. Knowledge management basically refers to the capability of the firms to harness the process of integrating data, information and knowledge to value creation. It entails same interpretation of the similar facts, which is done not just by technological or mechanical platforms, but is also influenced by the organizational strategy, culture and processes, its leadership and even corporate politics. Effective knowledge management entails the objectivity in its interpretations. Knowledge management basically involves knowledge discovery and detection. It refers to identifying the sources of existing knowledge and discovering the hidden knowledge within the organization. This knowledge resides internally in the organization and externally in the suppliers, customers and the partners, and entails explicit, embedded and tacit knowledge. Explicit knowledge exists in its visible form as a codified and documented material. It can be identified, stored and retrieved as it exists in the database, memos, notes, documents, etc. Information technology is a major enabler in developing the repository of explicit knowledge and facilitates the processes of intelligence gathering, document management, text mining and data mining. Students, tacit knowledge includes the practices or the tools such as questionnaire, knowledge, survey, individual interviews, focus groups, observation and network analysis. Information technology has an indirect and limited role. Further, students, embedded knowledge is not the covertly discernible form of knowledge within the organization. It lies within the processes, products, structures and even the cultures. It also refers to the observation analysis, the modeling tools and reverse engineering to identify the sources of knowledge stored within the procedures and the products. It lies codified in the rules, processes, manuals, organizational culture and code of conducts, etc. It is not apparent and is primarily the role of the HR managers to groom this kind of the knowledge. Student, in this graphic we are trying to show the explicit knowledge, which is the codified knowledge and is found in the documents, databases, etc., and the tacit knowledge, which is the intuitive know-how, which is rooted in the context, experience, practice and values. Knowledge organization and assessment. Knowledge organization and assessment involves the process of mapping, indexing, categorizing and evaluating the knowledge assets in an organization. This is mainly supported by the information technology, which can use categorization, indexing and retrieval mechanisms to manage knowledge assets in a multiple ways. The organization of tacit, that is embedded knowledge, is done through the expertise, guides, focus groups and knowledge coordinators, and that of the embedded knowledge with the help of the tools like workplace, job design, performance measurement and workflow analysis. In simple words, knowledge management is a process to capture, structure, enhance and disseminate knowledge of an organization. It basically involves firstly getting the right information to the right person at the right place, at the right cost and at the right time. Organizing, categorizing and representing information in the relevant, accurate, timely and simple manner, leveraging both explicit and tacit knowledge in a systematic way, and using the information delivered to enable informed decision making. By way of effective management of the knowledge in the organizations, they are able to create or acquire potentially useful knowledge and make it available for use at the right time in the right form. This improves the organizational performance significantly and is a key to success in the present times. Knowledge management processes and goals. Knowledge management refers to planning, organizing, controlling and motivating of the processes, people and systems in the business organizations to ensure that its knowledge based assets are enhanced and effectively employed. Knowledge based assets basically mean the knowledge in the form of printed documents such as manuals and patents. In the organizations, the teams of human resources hold the knowledge which they acquire through problem solving. This lies embedded in the organization's products, processes and intra-organizational relationships. The processes of knowledge management involve knowledge creation, acquisition, refinement, data storage, sharing, transfer and utilization. The knowledge management system in the organization helps these processes as well as develops the methodologies and effective systems to support them. It also motivates the workforce to participate in them. The goals of knowledge management are improving and leveraging of the organization's knowledge assets to employ better knowledge practices, also improve organizational behavior to take better decisions and improved organizational performance. Therefore, knowledge management processes are more people intensive and less technology intensive, although most people believe in it. A modern knowledge enabled enterprise must support knowledge management with the appropriate communication and information technology. Knowledge management system. Knowledge management system in the organizations can be effectively implemented and practiced by way of adopting the systems approach. Students, you may recall that in this systems approach, the information generated in any of the parts can be an input to other subsystems. This system perspective ensures that there is no piecemeal approach to knowledge management, and in the present times IT has emerged as a major enabler. Knowledge management system basically includes the applications of organizations computer based communications and information systems to support various knowledge management processes. This system involves network, databases and directories which enable the organizational members in connect with the well recognized experts in many areas. With this background, students, let us try to understand various types of knowledge management systems. There are several types of knowledge management systems. The most common amongst them are firstly the expert system, the groupware, the document management system, decision support system, database management system and simulation system. Knowledge management processes. The knowledge management processes are shown in the following diagram. This diagram shows that starting of knowledge management cycle involves either acquisition or creation of knowledge by an organization. The knowledge creation involves developing new knowledge or replacing the existing knowledge with the new content. The aim is usually on creation of knowledge inside the boundary of the organization or with the collaboration of the partners. There are certain main key points to be considered to enable the knowledge management process. First component is the culture. It is considered as a supportive element of the knowledge management and knowledge management processes. It implies knowledge sharing. Second is the infrastructure, the support systems, the structures, the team and the collaboration. Third are the measures, creating a process and design to manage the change. Next is the technology, which can facilitate great benefits in many areas, but if it is misused, it can create lot of hurdles also in the knowledge management process. Knowledge management system process. The first step of KMS process is acquisition of knowledge. It is related to an intra-organizational process. It facilitates to create the explicit and implicit knowledge. Acquisition means creation of knowledge within the organization as well as acquisition of external knowledge with the collaboration of other organizations, business partners and educational institutions. Organizations which possess higher absorption capacity are more dynamic because they are able to identify and exploit new opportunities in the existing environment. knowledge storage. It includes organization, memory formation process in which the knowledge is stored formally in the physical memory systems such as a database and informally retained as values, rules and beliefs that are associated to the culture at the organizational level. Knowledge distribution. It includes new information from various sources which are shared and can drive the creation of new knowledge, information and understanding. Sharing process require an organization to create a sharing environment. Knowledge distribution process involve dissemination of explicit knowledge as well as implicit knowledge by the use of information technology and by contacting individuals to disseminate the acquired knowledge. The fourth step of KMS is the knowledge use. It is associated with the ability of the individuals of an organization to identify, access and use the knowledge and information stored into the informal and formal memory of the system. Knowledge must be used to create new knowledge with the help of innovation, creation, integration and extension of the existing knowledge and used as a basis of decision making. Students, there are challenges in implementing the knowledge management model in an enterprise. These challenges particularly pertain to initiating the process of knowledge management. Designing a knowledge management system for an enterprise may not be particularly difficult, but putting it into practice is really very difficult. The main factor is that it can't be implemented all at once. It takes time to integrate knowledge system with adequate organizational facilities, direction and support. First of all, to stimulate the formation of knowledge management system, it requires to encourage the employees to create and participate in knowledge related communities. Organizational leaders must provide the facility for development of knowledge communities. Then knowledge gaps are identified and priorities are established. These communities help to solve the biggest barrier to capture and connect human attention. However, it is important to notice that transformation plan should be made clearly and supported by the necessary organizational leaders. The important component is the cultural challenge. Any knowledge management system cannot be successful unless and until there is an enterprise wide knowledge management system to ensure about the value, to motivate and reward knowledge creation, knowledge inclusion, knowledge sharing and wide knowledge engagement. For an enterprise, there are many real issues related to balance a culture for openness and knowledge sharing and developing it as an intellectual property. Another set of challenges, the infrastructural challenges. There may be infrastructural related challenges which are essential to implement a knowledge management system in an enterprise. Advanced information technology and artificial intelligence should facilitate mapping, visualization and articulation of knowledge landscape, measurement and assessment of knowledge assets, objectives and activities as the knowledge system as a whole, explaining and mapping of every individual knowledge competence, clear description and mapping of inter and intra organizational knowledge competencies, clear description and mapping of inter and intra organizational knowledge competencies, easy utility and accessibility of explicit knowledge resources, automated and faster research and development, real time capture, management and organization of knowledge dialogues and enabling the linkages amongst the elements. Advanced information technology and artificial intelligence are necessary to facilitate knowledge interaction and exchanges between the knowledge management system components such as between the knowledge communities, the knowledge leaders, activists, facilitators and the competitive intelligence, knowledge facilitating landscape, R&D, innovation programs and the projects. Also, Information technology and artificial intelligence enable the conversion of tacit knowledge into explicit knowledge and the resources and vice versa. Students, there is a need to enabling the knowledge management system as a whole. Knowledge oriented technologies are becoming more critical to manage the complex organizations. There are many knowledge management technologies or systems such as enterprise asset management system, enterprise information management system, enterprise value chain management system and enterprise product life cycle systems and product platforms. It also requires higher level of framework and put together these subsystems into a holistic knowledge management system. Benefits of adopting knowledge management system. As per Deloitte, 80% of the knowledge users indicate that sharing knowledge leads to competitive advantage and adds a real client value. Knowledge management will help the organizations to protect intellectual capital of their organizations, to concentrate on important asset, that is human capital, to reinvent their culture by accepting an optimal level of knowledge sharing strategy, and to connect the people by establishing collaborative methods. It actually opens the door for new era to share and collaborate knowledge inside and outside the organizational boundaries. With employee turnover, global expansion and corporate mergers, people have to work differently. They require collaboration and support of peers that are abroad, exchange ideas, keep a watch on complex global matters and must have quick answers to the questions. The power of social media also plays an integral role in the knowledge management. It enables the employees to connect, collaborate and easy access to information and experts in an electronic environment. They maintain a strong foundation of trust as well as popularity amongst the employees and they become the knowledge sharing culture. Knowledge management helps to increase their benefits and solve many common business problems. Knowledge management provides several benefits for the growth of the business. It helps the business to make better decisions and facilitates the access to expertise. It increases the productivity and the efficiency. It helps to improve the innovation through wider and overseas collaboration. Knowledge management results in speeding the productivity with the trainings and timely access to information and knowledge. It also increases client satisfaction by delivering value insights. It also helps to improve the goods or services for the firm and offer various processes than the organization uses to sell them. For example, by identifying market trends in advance, the organization might be able to become the leaders to offer the goods and services to the customers before their competitors. It increases customer satisfaction and organization has a better understanding of their customer requirements through the feedback. It improves productivity of the human resource because the employees get benefits from their colleagues, knowledge and get expertise to search the best alternatives to get the work done. They also feel more valuable in the business where their innovative ideas are welcomed and listened to. It also increases the organizational efficiency with the better employment of in-house expertise. With the ability to give license or sell the knowledge to others, businesses are able to use knowledge and expertise in a consultancy or the advisory capacity, although organizations or the individual have to protect their intellectual property. Knowledge management initiatives. There are certain knowledge management initiatives which are developed by various companies. Students, let us try to understand some of these case studies. Let us take the case of a company called Hewlett Packard. HP Knowledge Base for educators, trainers, trading post, they are a discussion database on training topics. Training libraries, they comprise a collection of training documents, training reviews, they are a set of customer reports, collection of evaluation of the training resources. All these actually integrate together to form a knowledge management system in the organization. The second example which I would like to give at this stage is that of Microsoft. Microsoft has got a very comprehensive system of skill planning and development. it uses the competency model to transfer and build knowledge, leading to better matching of the employees to the jobs and work teams. Another good example worth quoting is that of British Petroleum. It has a virtual teamwork project to make easier for the employees and partners to communicate and share ideas and knowledge between the businesses. It helps the company to know, learn and use the knowledge more productively. It requires to interpret and apply information base, their skills and experiences. It also helps to associate from engineers offshore to supplier offshore with the help of video conferencing, electronic whiteboard and scanners, which are all linked by internet and the corporate intranet. A nearby example is that of Wipro, which has developed a knowledge management system known as KNet. It consists of 5 sub portals. The first portal is the war room, second is the doc KNet, third is reusable components, next component is the co-connect and K-connect networks. Collectively, these sub portals are the storehouses for the complete forms of Wipro content, and personnel have got dual accountabilities headed from the KNet to make use of the same and to contribute. The KNet portal brings together the persons to persons, individuals to the pleased and the individuals to the business firms by way of cooperation of individuals, the work groups and the business lines. On the same lines, Infosys also has got a very good system of knowledge management in place. By developing effective knowledge management system, Infosys Technologies has won the prestigious global MAKE award. MAKE stands for Most Admired Knowledge Enterprise in 2005. Infosys won this award for the 3rd time in a row. It managed their knowledge with 3 centrally operated knowledge repositories. One is the K shop or the knowledge shop. Second was the PAD, that is Process Asset Database, and PKM, the People Knowledge Map. K shop basically provides search facility and offers to search papers shared by employees, literature, project experience, innovative ideas and technical solution on concerned subjects. Project Asset Database is an online system which contains project plans, designing documents, database design references and test plans. This provides information for new projects of similar nature. Similarly, People Knowledge Map is an online knowledge directory of experts of various fields through companies' intranet. The Infosys employees can search various expert technology enabled teams which help employees on specific technology to resolve their problems and project the issues. In the present and future, knowledge management system would remain a main key for the strategy implications of an organization. It unleashes innovative ideas and creativity to resolve project risks. It also facilitates the development and implementation of new projects. IT fosters speedy innovation and effective productivity and secures intellectual property assets. Knowledge management continues to improve and accelerate the learning and knowledge flow in an organization. So, students, I would like to summarize what all we have learnt in the module. In the present times, knowledge is a key input to the organizations to achieve competitiveness. Knowledge is an abstract interpretation of the information gathered through data collection, essentially a cognitive process. Knowledge management has been enabled by the IT tools and the firms are developing systems to develop the effective knowledge management systems. Particularly in the knowledge driven industries such as the IT and the ITES, the integrated input of the human resources and the technologies are very crucial for the success. However, the challenge for the management is to retain them and to ensure that they are not accessible to the competitors. For this purpose, more and more firms are developing effective knowledge management systems. Knowledge management systems entail the process of knowledge acquisition, storage, distribution and usage. Knowledge acquisition entails absorption and transformation of knowledge while its storage encompasses developing its individual, organizational and technological repositories. Knowledge distribution leads to its accessibility to the society through the IT based resources. The final outcome of any knowledge management system is its usage, which means effective use of knowledge for problem solving. A right solution for a problem can emerge only when a firm has effective knowledge management system in place. Most leading firms have developed several knowledge management systems in the organizations, which give them the competitive advantage. Thank you.